Channel Japan.
Welcome to Channel Japan. I'm Maki Arai.
And I'm Yasu Ota.
Every week, we bring you the latest stories out of Japan right here from our studio in Tokyo. From the economy to culture and even food. If you want to know what's happening in Japan, this is where you'll find it. First up is Executive Insight, in which we feature the heads of some of Japan's leading companies. Today we'll be hearing from Masatoshi Matsuzaki, the president of Konica Minolta Holdings.
That's right. Konica Minolta Holding was established in 2003 through the merger of Konica and Minolta, which used to be the rivals in the camera business.
But I understand they don't make cameras anymore.
That's right. The camera used to be one of their main products, but in 2007 they exited the business and now focused on multifunctional printers as well as commercial printing equipment. The company is also global leader in a variety of other fields.
So to learn more about Konica Minolta's global strategy, I recently had a chance to speak with the president. Have a look.
Executive Insight. Shinagawa, Tokyo. There's one spot here that's generating interest from Japanese and overseas businesses. The Konica Minolta showroom. It's said to be the biggest of its kind in the industry. Meeting us is Konica Minolta President Masatoshi Matsuzaki. He first shows us the company's core products.
This is our newest digital commercial printer.
They show us how it works. All the functions are controlled using this monitor. It can print 80 pages a minute. A self-developed fast-drying glue is automatically applied. And the separate pages are turned into a book. Applying technologies used in copiers, this single printer can create color books and pamphlets at the touch of a button.
As you can see, after the material is printed, it'll fold the pages and staple them. Everything is done automatically. There's no need.
The ink was developed in-house. A toner containing yellow, magenta, cyan, and black ink can reproduce any color. A major characteristic is that it is resistant to water. The ink won't run even if water is spilled onto paper that's just been printed. The company also boasts another printing technology. This is the fastest textile printer in the world. Because of the smudge-free and precise prints, it is used by many of the top global fashion brands.
We tell members of our technology development team to always be conscious of the fact that innovation is for our customers, that they can't be happy just because they achieved a technical breakthrough or a world first. If they come up with something that's a world first in terms of delivering value to our customers, then we'll wholeheartedly congratulate them.
Currently, office equipment such as these printers account for nearly 90% of Konica Minolta's operating profit. We visited a company that uses the latest printer. This printing factory receives orders for various printed material, including publications with small circulations.
種はいろいろありますよね。当社の場合はダイレクトメールがほとんど。あとは一般の 例えば同人誌やってる方とか。
In the past, such small and mid-sized factories mainly undertook printing work for major publishing houses, mass-producing magazines and books. Conventional printing machines require lithographic aluminum plates. But with this equipment, the work can be carried out by simply inputting the data. The initial printing cost is less than a tenth of conventional methods. They say it's possible to make a profit even by printing just one set. That's helping many in the printing industry target new customers.
通信講座をやる方が10人増えたよ。で、じゃあ 10セットください。とお客さん在庫抱えなくて済みますよね。やっぱり印刷業界の産業革命だと思いますかね。
Businesses are also starting to cut back on paper waste.
物をプリントするとやはり結構紙を使ってしまうのかと思うんですが、そのあたりはコニカミノータさんとしては何か工夫はされているんでしょうか。
Many of our customers want to reduce printing costs or cut back on the number of pages they print. There's also greater environmental awareness among businesses and a desire to be less wasteful. That's why we also provide consulting services on efficient printing methods, as well as strategies to lower costs.
Konica Minolta is promoting a service that links various office equipment to promote better work efficiency and cost controls. For example, it's possible to limit the number of copies each office worker can make. They've also recommended companies to digitalize paper documents to minimize unnecessary printing. This consulting service is said to have helped one company reduce paper waste by 40%. Over the past 10 years, Konica Minolta has been reshaping its business to meet the changing needs of customers. In 2003, Konica and Minolta, which made a variety of photography products, copiers, and office equipment, merged their operations. And in 2007, they discontinued their camera and photographic film lines, which had been core businesses since their establishment. At the time, there were over 10 camera makers in Japan alone. The arrival of the digital age also made profitability difficult.
この10年で、経営を大胆に改革していらっしゃいますが、
Our aim, simply put, was to transform the company into one that could continue growing. At every juncture, we thought about what our management issues were and the obstacles to growth. We were determined to press ahead, even if we faced temporary setbacks or turbulence.
Still, the technological expertise gained in cameras and film lives on. At this planetarium, the projector lens uses an optical technology developed for cameras. By adding a digital projection system to this optical planetarium, they've been able to recreate a wide range of celestial phenomena. Another area of focus is an ultra-thin film used to protect liquid crystal display glass. Leveraging production technology in photographic film, they've achieved half the conventional thickness, propelling them into the industry leader. Konica Minolta boasts the top market share in the world in this field.
薄膜タイプの液晶用保護フィルム、こちらがトップシェアだと、伺ってますが、
その理由はですね。
The reason is because mobile products like tablets and smartphones all compete on how thin they are. We started building up a system to provide a stable supply of thin films much earlier than our competitors. That's why we now hold the top market share.
Konica Minolta is also focusing on organic EL lighting, which is considered the future of the lighting industry. Organic EL refers to chemical materials that emit light when subjected to electricity. Made into a paint-like substance and applied, they have the potential of turning even plastics and glass into lighting fixtures. But to realize such a future, various technologies must be developed, including those to produce the material as well as to coat it.
What we want to realize is a thin, light, and flexible light source that can be applied over a big area. If successful, we'll be able to create lighting that's completely different from what we see today. But to do that, there are a series of innovations that need to be carried out. Put it another way, only a limited number of companies in the world have the ability to accomplish that. We're one of them. We're feeling confident.
Konica Minolta operates in 40 countries around the world and is expanding its reach. Their overseas sales were nearly $7 billion in fiscal 2011. Traditionally, their main focus has been Europe and the US, but this year they opened new offices in Asia and the Middle East.
From now on, I believe we need to develop products catered to each specific country in Asia. For example, the color or the size of the machine. The situation is different in every country. We established a sales company for the exact purpose of responding to the precise needs of individual markets.
The company's aggressive strategy in opening up new markets and developing new technologies is driven by a constant sense of crisis.
We've always dedicated our resources to developing leading technology. The reason is that we recognize the need to lay the groundwork for our next business, while our current business is still profitable and strong. This is something that a company must do in order to continue growing.
The ability to continue innovating will be critical for Konica Minolta to remain an industry leader.
My parents work at a really great company, which makes cool computers and LCD TVs. Not only that, they build elevators for skyscrapers and zooming fast bullet trains. My mom designs the company's CT scan systems, which spot diseases. My dad develops power generation systems so people will have plenty of electricity. The company where my parents work is Toshiba.
Has anybody finished doing their pictures?
I have.
All around the world, Toshiba technology is hard at work, bringing smarter, faster, more sustainable development to life.
When I grow up, I want to work for people.
For a growing future, Toshiba.
Hey, look at this. They're building a huge steel plant with Kobelco technology.
Kobelco? Never heard of it.
It's Japanese. They can make iron with incredible speed. What once took 8 hours can be done in just 10 minutes.
Wow, the Japanese are incredible. The country of karate.
Ha! 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 Karate has nothing to do with it.
True.
The talk of the world. Kobelco.
Traditional.
Consistent.
Precise.
Speedy.
Professional. Innovative.
Polite. Quality from Japan, the best of business in Asia. SMBC, Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation.
Changing emissions from copper refineries into fertilizer. That is where Sumitomo Chemical got its start. For 100 years, we've been delivering the power of chemistry around the world. And we will continue to help make the world a better place for the next 100 years and more.
As the future evolves, Toyota is envisioning a more interconnected life where information and energy flow seamlessly throughout the globe. The road ahead will require diverse and eco-friendly mobility solutions. It is on this path that our small choices lead to big changes. Life. Connected. Toyota.
Asia, the engine of the global economy. Japan, a regional powerhouse. And now, direct from Japan, economic news with a global impact. In Chinese and English, delivered by Nikkei. Read the future, lead the economy. Nikkei, Japan's leading media for business.
You're watching Channel Japan. In our next segment, we introduce you to some popular Japanese documentary programs. Today, it's an episode from Japanese Dream by TBS.
Imizu, Toyama Prefecture. 80-year-old Toshio Shochi has been living alone since 2 years ago. He began having heart problems in his 50s and feels out of breath walking a distance of just 100 meters. He has been taken to hospital numerous times because of breathing difficulties. But now, Mr. Shoshi calls it an almost hospital-like system. So what can it do? He's about to turn in for the night. He always wears an oxygen mask to prevent breathing difficulties. Other than that, Mr. Shochi doesn't do anything else and goes to sleep.
Today, ですね、こちら飛んできてるデータも、心拍数の方も落ち着いてますし、熱の方も、はい、出てなさそうなのでね、はい、大丈夫そうです。あと寝てらっしゃる時間も特に大きな変化はなさそうなので、はい。
A nurse checks Mr. Shochi's health condition while he was sleeping. But how is this possible? The secret is this. A thin sheet under the mattress turns his sleeping quarters into a hospital bed. To find out how it works, we visited the developer, Professor Yamakoshi.
Come in. This is the healthcare model room.
What he's working on is a complete medical checkup system for the home. This is the bed.
When pressure is applied, the resistance changes. It's a piezoelectric sensor that detects changes in resistance.
Sensors under the pillow detect heart rate and breathing. Slight shifts in the pressure are measured to determine a person's heart rate. The breathing rate is calculated from the head movements that are synchronized with chest movements. Other sensors measure temperature and sleep duration, in addition to body posture, as many people with breathing problems will turn over to their side.
Users don't have to operate the device in any way. The basic concept is to take measurements naturally.
Professor Yamakoshi wants to develop a medically applicable technology to monitor the health of the elderly. The origin of his work was a humiliating experience he never forgot. He always wanted to be an engineer. At university, he was involved in the development of artificial hearts. There, he received a major shock.
The human heart is amazing. It's impossible to recreate using an artificial pump.
The human heart beats 3 billion times continuously from birth to death. Learning about the perfection of the human body fired up his engineering spirit. He thought, I want to contribute to medicine. One day, in his 30s, he gave a presentation in front of a crowd of doctors. A doctor in the audience spoke up. You're not even a doctor. You're just an engineer.
He said this in front of everybody. It was shocking. It was devastating to find out that they looked down on engineers and weren't willing to lend an ear.
This humiliation whipped the professor into action. I'm going to do something that only an engineer can do. Looking across the medical industry, he noticed the plethora of measuring devices. A person's health needs to be checked regularly, but all of the devices seemed troublesome to use. So, he thought, the population is starting to age rapidly. There will be greater demand for measuring devices that aren't such a burden on users. One of his first prototypes was this toilet. Just by sitting on it, it will check a person's blood pressure. Blood pressure is taken by compressing the back of the thighs and beaming infrared rays at the artery to detect contractions. What's more, it automatically measures body weight while sitting or standing. The amount of excretions is also checked.
It was trial and error. I had to keep scraping it over and over again. This is unsophisticated work, but necessary. That's what bioinstrumentation is about, but nobody wants to do it. Of course it is. It's easier just tapping away on a computer.
And this is...
It's a regular bathtub.
It looks like one you'd find in any home, but...
Let's try taking measurements. Nakamura, go ahead.
A student enters the bath.
The top row is the electrocardiogram. The bottom takes breathing measurements at the same time.
The electrodes placed inside the bathtub detect weak electric signals from the heart. That data is used for the electrocardiogram and respiratory waveform. It's said that every year, over 3,000 elderly people drown while taking a bath. When the heart is functioning but no breathing is detected, the system determines the user to be drowning and sends out an alert.
People can come and help.
Professor Yamakoshi spent over 20 years developing this device, but the medical community wasn't impressed.
Doctors insist on taking blood pressure from the arms. Data from anywhere else isn't considered blood pressure. They told me I didn't know what I was doing.
This unprecedented measuring instrument was completely ignored by the medical profession. It was at this time that a savior appeared. One doctor found the system interesting. The director of a hospital in Toyama Prefecture, Hidetsugu Asanoi.
私は山口先生のセンサーとかそういうものっていうのをこれは役に立つんじゃないかなと非常に思って山口先生はそういうのに興味を持ってくれた医者ってのはあんまりおらんとで先生非常にそういうことに関心を持ってくれたっていうことで山口先生も非常に喜んでくれてお互いにそこでね意気投合したんですよ。
I feel Dr. Asanoi is working in the same direction as I am. It makes me really happy. We're both constantly focusing on the patients and thinking about how to improve the quality of medical care. Together, we can change the world.
The hope is that the integration of medicine and engineering will help save more lives. Professor Yamakoshi's university and Dr. Asanoi's hospital have developed a remote medical system. It has been approved for use in a national home medical assistance project and is currently being used by 13 patients.
血圧や心拍の状態っていうのはどうなってますか？
血圧の方も安定してますね。はい。山さんおはようございます。
おはようございます。
Ms. Yago has been in and out of hospital due to a serious heart condition. The remote medical system was installed in her home a year ago.
たった一人いうのは不安で、この夜のたった一人おる不安はやっぱり表現しようのない、これでもしなかったらどうなるんだろうとか、私自身も子供たちも。なんかその安心がやっぱり精神的に大きなまた今度安定になるいうんか。なるほどなるほど。
The professor says he wants to realize a society in which his system is integrated into a vast network.
I want to create a community in which people are healthy and secure. That's what I call a smart town.
His smart town idea is about medical institutions being able to constantly monitor the health of local residents. It envisions a society in which disease can be prevented across an entire region.
Being able to live life with peace of mind, even if something unexpected comes along. I think that would be ideal.
More than 2 decades since being humiliated for being an engineer, the professor's dream of contributing to medicine is about to be realized.
So, Ota-san, I imagine a system like this would help reduce medical costs.
It certainly would help. I have some data here. In the year of 2008, medical costs in Japan reached over $400 billion. That means Japanese people spend an average of 10% of their income, or about $3,000 on hospital visits and treatment.
I know this may be a simplistic way of looking at the data, but it seems we would be able to reduce costs if we focus more on preventative care rather than waiting until we got sick and going to the hospital.
I think you're right. The 3 most common life-threatening conditions among Japanese people are cancers, heart attacks, and strokes. The important thing is to reduce the risk. And there are some new products on the market that can help in this regard. For example, Shiomi-kun is produced by a company called Tanita that measures sodium content in food such as miso soup or any other Japanese, commonly eaten Japanese food.
Right.
The sodium content is shown in a light taste, regular taste, and a strong taste. Let me try. I'll turn this on. and dip into the miso soup we have. Here you go. It says very strong.
Oh.
So this is a regular miso soup sold in the markets. This says contains a lot of sodium.
Well, I know they say too much salt intake can cause high blood pressure or heart disease.
And the portable electrocardiogram is it's made by Omron. You can check on the condition of your heart on your own, like this, pushing in your body, so you can immediately know what your condition is. It's particularly useful in case when you feel sudden heart palpitation. You can take the result and get them analyzed by a doctor.
And I want you to take a look at this one. I've been wearing this all day. This is Calorism by Tanita. It's a device to measure how many calories you've burned, and it calculates the calories you've used in every aspect of your life, including at work, doing household chores, and even sleep. So all you need to do is input data such as your sex and weight and carry it around with you.
Very simple and small.
Right.
It says that half of Japanese men between the age of 40 and 74 are at risk of something called metabolic syndrome, in which fat accumulates in your internal organs. If it's left untreated, it could lead to a stroke or heart attack.
Yes. And with a device like this, I think I will be more conscious every day about my calorie intakes and whether I'm exercising enough or not.
That's good.
After the break, a report on Japanese men and beauty. Stay tuned.
We've just added a new power shovel, and it's great.
Really? Who makes it?
Kobelco.
Kobelco? Never heard of it.
It's Japanese. And let me tell you, its fuel efficiency is incredible.
Oh.
Kobelco's power shovel delivers more while consuming less. Just like my sweetie.
Don't say that.
And powerful too.
The talk of the world. Kobelco.
These little fairy tale houses incorporate some very practical environmental ideas. When the roofs need to be repaired, their stones are reused. People putting their ideas to work to build a greener future.
Panasonic is engaged in resource conservation worldwide through recycling and many other initiatives.
Panasonic. Ideas for life.
Suzuki Way of Life.
The Norin Chukin Bank has a mission to fulfill. We are committed to the advancement of agriculture, fisheries, and forestry in Japan. Backing the network of our people and communities to help and support one another is a source of pride for us. This is our style of banking. We're banking on trusted networks. The Norin Chukin Bank.
We're protecting the world's #1. So the equipment we provide also has to be the world's highest standard. Tokyo Skytree is protected from strong winds by vibration control systems. At this very moment, our technology is limiting sway at the top of the world's tallest tower with millimeter precision. Our technologies, your tomorrow. Mitsubishi Heavy Industries.
How do we build sustainability into our relationship with Mother Earth? That's Kaiteki, Mitsubishi Chemical Holdings.
The search is on to discover the next creative master of Asia. Japan's leading TV and radio network, TBS, brings to you the Digicon 6 Awards, giving visual artists in Asia an opportunity to create their dreams. Whether it's a short drama, animation, or music video, if it's yours, you may be the next winner of the Digicon 6 Grand Prize. For more details, check out digicon6.com. It's time to create your dreams.
You're watching Channel Japan. Next, we'll introduce you to a popular Japanese economics program. Today, it's an episode from TV Tokyo's World Business Satellite.
A multitude of cameras are pointed at the red brick facade of Tokyo Station. Reopened in October, it has become a new tourist hotspot. This is the souvenir and gift section inside. There are 30 shops selling a variety of Tokyo specialties. The number of customers is said to have increased 80% since the reopening.
新しいものがあればいいなと思ってきたんですけど、すごい増えてるな、悩みますね、やっぱり買うときに。
Among the most popular are products only available at Tokyo Station. This is a popular snack called Kaminari Okoshi. This year, they're shaped like the Tokyo Sky Tree.
オリジナリティ、東京行ってきたというそのメモリアル性ですか、そういったキーワードを感じさせられるような商品開発に皆さん努力されてますね。
Souvenirs and gifts are said to be a $35 billion market. Competition is fierce, and shops must adapt to changing consumer tastes. We visited a company that makes a popular gift: shumai dumplings, which typically keep for about a day. Kyoken began selling these in 1928.
こちらがですね、10月より発売しました新商品の製造ラインとなっております。
This is their production line. It looks no different from others, but on closer inspection, a unique plastic film is being applied. The reason?
The
product they launched in October is long-lasting shumai. They're made to be refrigerated and heated in a microwave. The plastic film expands and pops open when ready. The best before date has been vastly lengthened to 11 days. Until now, the best before date was just 17 hours. A major disadvantage for a souvenir or gift. The company offers a vacuum pack version, but since shumai need to be sterilized, the taste isn't as fresh. To overcome both these issues, they developed a refrigerated type with the aim of expanding sales of the product as gifts as well as for personal consumption.
脱お土産とまで言ってしまっていいかどうかっていったところはあるんですけれども、お土産もらってこの商品美味しかったよねと、じゃあ自分で買ってみようと、そういうふうなところまで狙っている、そういった意味でお土産をさらに一歩踏み越えたお土産みたいなところまでを考えている商品です。
So, what do consumers think? The new long-lasting shumai are displayed at one of their shops in Chinatown. But this customer picks up the regular type. So the shop attendant recommends their new product.
いやどうしようか。こちら美味しそう同じですので。同じ？でも真空パックっていうのは保冷バッグを使う真空パックではないです。こちら美味しさ長持ちで、こちらの同じ味がまるっきり同じなんです。同じ？じゃあこれ2つでしょうか。こちら1週間持ちます。24個入りが。
After listening to the explanation, he decides to try them out. From a gift to personal consumption, Kyoken's new strategy is starting to take hold. In Harajuku, Tokyo, one snack maker is testing out a strategy to expand internationally. This is a shop operated by Calbee. Inside are new products, and those only available in limited regions of Japan. This woman holds the key to the company's new initiative. Ms. Jiang from China joined the company this year. She was sent to this shop in November to spearhead Calbee's overseas strategy. Five 5% of the customers are from overseas. Many are tourists from China and other Asian countries. By speaking with customers, the company finds out what overseas tourists like and uses that information to market their products internationally. One discovery they made was that customers from Asia prefer a stick-type potato snack rather than regular chips. What's more,
外国人のお客様に人気になる商品というのが素材の味をですねそのまま生かした商品というのが非常に受けてますのでそういった意味で味付けをしすぎない商品が受けるのかなという感覚を持っておりますね。
By collecting information from their gift shop in Harajuku, Calbee has been able to draw up a clear strategy to take their products abroad. Naha, Okinawa. Here, gift makers are teaming up to attempt an industry first. This is Nampo Tsusho, a local gift snack maker. Mr. Kawagoe from a gift snack maker in Fukuoka Prefecture comes to visit. Their product is a snack made from local strawberries. Meeting with Mr. Kawagoe is Nampo Tsusho Managing Director Mutsuko Asato. In October, the two companies began joint product development. Their first collaboration was a combination of strawberries from Fukuoka and an Okinawan snack called Chinsuko. Their next idea is This product is actually sold under different names and packaging by the two brands. The contents are exactly the same. This is for Okinawa, and this is for Fukuoka. To capture the hearts of consumers, the souvenir and gift industry continues to test out new and novel ideas.
So, Ota-san, it was interesting to see what companies are doing to drive sales of gifts and souvenirs.
It certainly was.
Now, before we introduce you to our next topic, I want you to have a look at these. In the past couple of years, a number of magazines have been launched in Japan featuring beauty tips for men. Magazines for women are quite common, but it seems Japanese men have also taken to the habit of beautifying themselves. So, Ota-san, I have to ask you this question.
Yes?
Is there anything you do in terms of beauty care?
Me? No, I do nothing. I do mind losing hair, but nothing on the skins.
Oh.
Although Japanese consumers overall are spending less, skincare and other products for men appears to be selling well.
So what's behind this trend? Have a look.
In October, an event was held in Fukuoka to promote cosmetics for men. Several men awkwardly apply a toner. An employee of cosmetics maker Kao checks their skin. First, she measures skin moisture and oil content. This man is 35 years old. He says he began worrying about enlarged pores after he turned 30. The result? Ideally, the surface texture of the skin should be even, but his skin appears unbalanced. Men suffer daily damage to their skin, including from shaving and ultraviolet rays, and are said to require regular care more so than women. This event attracted the attention of many men, including those who don't follow a specific skincare regimen. Among them was this man.
のやつやってます。はい。これ以上黒くなったら大変なんで。
男らしいとかそういうのなんかあんま白い方がいい。
そうらしいので頑張ります。
どういうふうなお手入れをしていいのか、あるいは具体的にどういうふうな商品を選んでいいのかっていうふうに、誰にも聞けずに悩まれている、啓発すればするほどその、スキンケアなり肌に、意識が、いく男性っていうのがもっともっとやっぱり増えると思いますので。
At one drugstore,
こちらが男性化粧品のコーナーになりまして、近年品揃えもどんどん増えてますので、作体比なんですけど 120% 以上増えてるっていうところですね。
From products to promote skin firmness and smoothness, to whitening liquids and body toners, there are now a wide number of choices. The men's cosmetics market has doubled in size over the past decade.
買われるのはサラリーマン、やっぱり30代、40代、そこが非常に多いですね。
Some brands are targeting men in the 40-plus segment. Mandem, which makes the Lucido line of men's cosmetics, has launched anti-dryness and blemish products for men above 40 years old. To find out the skin characteristics of older men, one of our production staff in his mid-40s had his skin examined.
黒っぽく見えている部分が、将来、シミとして出てくる可能性があるというものになります。
40 is said to be when skin begins to undergo changes. Blemishes aren't the only problem.
キメが、年齢とともに消失していく。同じ皮脂量が、肌の上に乗っていたとしてもよりキメがない方が表面が反射してくるんです。つまりギラギラした印象とかテカっている印象っていうのがより強く出ることになります。
Skin texture becomes rough with age. As a result, men in their 40s may have a more oily appearance. This is said to be the first sign of aging skin. The company has started development of a new product that tackles this problem, but the details are still under wraps.
スキンケアをすることによってキメが出てきて、油の量は変わってないけどテカらないっていうような改善効果も期待できます。
He takes the sample to the product marketing managers and gets them to try it out.
結構すっきりするね。
後の手に残るわけでもないしね、その意味でのスッとこう馴染んでこう。
The question is, how will they market this to the 40+ segment?
ほとんどの人が肌の老化がすごい気づきとしてあるんですよ。でその時になんかせなっていう意識はすごい強く持ってるんですね。ただそれがなかなかその商品にまで手が伸びない。
スキンケアって実は簡単なんだよとか、思うほどベタつかないんだよとか、そういう情報を店頭で出すことによってより買いやすくなると。
They plan to hand out free samples to get customers to try the products and change the perception of cosmetics. Cosmetics makers aren't the only ones eyeing the men's beauty business. This is the men's aesthetics section of an electronics retailer. Various beautification electronics are on display. This is a hair remover, a device to clean out pores, and a roller that emits weak electric currents to firm up the skin.
美容という感じではなくて、自分のよく見せるための身だしなみといったところでご利用いただいている方が非常に多いかと思います。昨年度あたりからかなり多く数を出してきている状況でございますね。
Panasonic sells numerous beautification electronics.
男性向けの美容商品の、ちょっと検討したいと、うちとしてもですね、さらに注力していきたいということで。
They've remodeled women's products, such as an ion steamer to moisturize skin and a pore cleaner for men. The target: men who are reluctant to walk into a beauty spa. Their next challenge is a survey team heads to the company dormitory.
先日お願いしていたちょっとシャイニングモニターの件で伺いましたので、早速いろいろお試しいただきます。はい、よろしくお願いします。
24-year-old Ryoji Nakao joined the company 3 years ago. He has a unique routine. He heads to the bath area.
普段やられてる通りで構わないので、ちょっと見せていただきたいなとお願いします。
Mr. Nakao begins shaving his armpits. He says he started doing this at university where he played sports.
毛が長いと汗がここに溜まっちゃって、その匂いが出るっていうふうに聞いたので、匂いを抑える。
So what product are they working on?
今度のグルーミング商品の開発ですね。毛を整えるっていうのがグルーミングなんですけども、ヒゲに始まって、あとは今やってもらっている体内関係ですね。それを総称してグルーミング行為と呼ぶので。
It's said that this type of grooming is spreading among men in Europe and the United States.
In San Francisco, guys are starting to shave their legs too, to look good. Yeah.
Okay. So more young guys. So do you do that?
Yeah, sure.
Do you shave?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The year that David Beckham became public, so somewhere 1998.
1998.
This man from the US is also cleanly shaven. Meanwhile, the development team at Panasonic gets some feedback from their product tester.
ちょっとここが今浮いてるじゃないですか。これは何でかして刈りすぎちゃうんで、いやちょっとツルツルするでも恥ずかしいかな。
The Europe and US bound product used by Mr. Nakao will shave down to a millimeter without the attachment. The attachment allows the length to be adjusted. By trimming leg hair to about a centimeter, it is said to appear more natural. The team returns to the office to discuss strategy for their new product.
足の毛はあった方がいい。
足の毛は自然にあった方がいいです。
脇の毛はあった方がいい。
脇は自然にあった方がいいです。
でもやっぱね、女性目線かなと思うんだよね。0ミリをアピールしなくても、この自然なナチュラルな感じにすることがものすごく清潔感があっていいんですよ。
From shaving beards to plucking eyebrows, grooming habits have changed with the times. So, is body hair grooming the next trend?
今までそういった商品がなかったんでやらなかったという方もいると思うんですけども、今この時期に攻めるということが非常に重要なポイントかなと思ってます。
Men and beauty. The challenge for the industry will be to redefine the concept of masculinity.
So, Ota-san, I don't know about you, but I think the fact that more men are starting to care about beauty is a good thing.
I think so. There are some of the men's cosmetic being sold in Asian regions by Japanese companies. I'm sure some of the viewers may be familiar with them, or maybe using them right now.
Which one was the first product to become popular in Asia?
This.
Oh.
This is made by a Japanese company called Mandam, and it was launched in Indonesia in 1969. It's a product to style your hair, and it comes in those little package called sachet. They are sold in a wide range of stores in Indonesia. The company says it has 70% shares of the hairstyling products market in the country. What's more, in the recent years, many Asian countries have been seeing growing demands for men's skincare products.
So what's behind the demand?
Well, this is my personal view, but as your income goes up, then you want to spend more to look nicer and to be clean. And if you want to be clean, you can use those things to make yourself clean. So it's possible, and the technology is available.
Right.
And those new products particularly designed for men are now available in the market.
So, Ota-san, you might want to try something.
I should.
Well, that's all for this edition of Channel Japan. We have much more in store for you next week, so make sure you tune in.
Mitsubishi Electric is helping to change the environment for the better around the world.
Green subway systems in India.
Green air conditioning systems in Singapore.
Eco changes for a greener tomorrow. Mitsubishi Electric.
Traditional.
Consistent.
Precise.
Speedy.
Professional. Innovative.
Polite. Quality from Japan. The best of business in Asia. SMBC. Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation.
How do we build sustainability into our relationship with Mother Earth? That's Kaiteki, Mitsubishi Chemical Holdings.
Just a map and a heart full of courage. Our founders started out with little, but they dared to dream big. Today our reach is global and our resources extensive. But we still have our eyes on the horizon. With courage, reaching out to the world. Mitsui & Company.
ยังจำได้หรือเปล่านะเรื่องต่างๆที่เกิดขึ้นตอนวาดรูปนี้แต่ถ้ารถยนต์ในฝันของฉันมีจริงฉันคงจะมีความสุขมากเลย
Channel Japan. Direct from Tokyo to the world. Get the latest stories from Japan as they happen on the ground. Business, fashion, culture, and food. Everything you need to know about the hottest trends across the country. Channel Japan.